Hi everyone, welcome, it's Sue. I'm all set up for this video to do it, and it's gotten really dark and decided to pour rain. So I am competing with the sound of the rain. I hope it's not too loud. See how we go. So welcome back. This year, and I've probably said it in previous videos, but this year I'm making a concerted effort to use up some of my 12-inch scrapbook papers. So today we are going to be making this little pocket flippy thingy. I don't know what to call it. So this is just a journal that I'm working on. I just wanted to show you what it is. So it looks like this. So it just looks like a pocket, so you can put a tag in there. But what it is, and I haven't stuck this in, it's a hinged pocket. So this would be glued to your page on 3 sides. So you can put a tag in there. You can move it up so it's up there or down here, whichever suits you, sorry. And then you have extra writing space here. Now you can either just leave it like that, or if you're worried about it getting damaged in your book when you're opening the pages, you can put a paper clip or a clip there to secure that down. Okay, so that's what we're going to do today. I'm not sure whether you can even hear me. I'm so sorry. I will keep going and we'll just see how we go. So I have actually cut this from a 12-inch sheet of paper. So I've cut my 12-inch sheet of paper into 4 lots of 6. If you've got lots of 6-inch paper pads, you can just do it using that. I'll be back. I need to close the window because I can't even hear myself speak. Won't be a second. Oh my goodness, it's pouring. Sorry, I just realised that I had all the windows open in the living area, so I just had to mop up. There was water everywhere. Our backyard's like a swimming pool. We need the rain, but yeah, I've got a clothesline full of clothes now that are getting an extra rinse. I've got coffee dye paper outside that I couldn't save. Anyway, it is what it is. So we'll get back to this. So as I said, I am using 12-inch sheets of paper, and I've cut it in half, so 6 inches, and then cross cut by 6 inches. So you'll get 4 lots of 6 by 6 inch papers. Okay, if you have 6-inch paper pads, it's already cut for you, so you don't have to worry about it. I am going to just choose a paper. I don't know, this is what is on top. It's pretty, so we'll use that. I'm just going to cut it. So I'm just going to cut that selvage edge off and pop it to the side because I might use it for something, because it has a tape measure on it. So I'm just going to pop that to the side, and I'm going to cut this 6 inches and then cross cut this by 6 inches. This is really pretty. I forgot it. I even had this. It's a Kaiser Craft paper, and it is called Cherry Tree Lane Collection. This one is Telegraph. I'm not sure whether it's still available or not. Okay. So we have 4. Oh, everything's going everywhere now. I'm soaking wet. Just, at least it's cooled it down. So we have 4 6 by 6 inch pieces. Okay. All right. So we're just going to work on one. We'll work on this one. So what I want you to do is, once you've got your 6-inch piece, and I guess you can do this on any size paper really if you wanted to. I'm just going to do it for the exercise of trying to use up some 12-inch sheets. So what I would do is fold this in half. So this is our sample piece here. So we're going to fold it in half. You can fold it whichever way you like. I'll show you in a minute. folding it in half that way, okay? So now we need to work out, so this piece here will be hinged, so we're going to lose that piece because we're going to glue that down, and you'll see this piece. So I probably will do that so that this is the hinged piece and I see this piece, because I mean, not particularly fussed on this color, but I can decorate, put some decoration on that. So if I do that, that means this piece here is going to fold over and be the pocket on the front. So I'm going to have the burgundy on the front here, okay? So just think about that. I could cut it this side and have the pocket burgundy there again, or you know, if you fold it differently, if you have it that way, you can have this as your pocket and then this as your hinge, but then you're going to lose that beautiful flower there. Okay, so just have a think about it before you cut. So on my right hand side, I am going to measure 3 inches up, which is half the sheet. I don't cut very straight, so I'm actually going to just put some little marks there. So 3 inches, it's pretty much in line with that line. You see whether how straight that is there. Yeah, it's pretty much in line with that line that's already printed on the paper. So I am just going to cut just to your scored edge. So you don't want to cut all the way through, you just want it to go to your scored edge so you get this happening. Okay, so what we're going to do now is we want little divots so it's easier to get in and out of the pocket. So I'm just using a 1 1/4 circle punch. This is a Stampin' Up punch, and I'm just eyeballing it. So I'm going to do that, and then I want to do this top one as well. Okay. So now you have your pocket here, and this is going to be your flap or your hinge, whatever you want to call it. All right. Now, if you're wanting to ink, I would ink it now. I'm not going to ink. I'm just going to keep it fairly clean. I just love the paper. So what I would get you to do though is you can either just glue, so glue there, and then you would have this where you would glue to your page there, there, and there, and it would act as a hinged flip like that. Okay. I'm actually going to sew because I have a sewing machine and I like that element. I'm going to sew, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to sew this piece separately. So I'm going to sew to the right of this scored line. I'm going to sew there, there, and there, and then I'm also going to sew here, there, to the left of the scored line, all the way down there. Okay, so I'm going to do that and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've sewn around that and I'm just now trimming the threads. I like to keep my threads long, and that's what you end up with. So you've got this piece here. Okay, so remembering now, see how this is, and sometimes it annoys me, sometimes it doesn't, how the back edge of your paper has the white showing, because obviously your needle's going through the core of the paper. If that does worry you, just grab your ink and just, you can dull it down by just rubbing tiny. I'm just using the excess on my sponge here and just dulls it down so it's not as obvious. Sometimes it bothers me, sometimes it doesn't. Okay, so now what we're going to do is we're going to make just a little booklet. So I've just used scraps of coffee dye paper that I have. I'm just grabbing. I mean, you can use anything. You can use book paper, you can use anything. I've just used some coffee dyed paper here. You can do as many sheets as you like, or as little. So the only thing is, just keep in mind the size of this. So we want it approximately, say, 2 3/4 wide. So 2 3/4 wide and no longer than 5 3/4 or even 5 1/2. 2 3/4 by 5 1/2. Okay, so I'm going to need my bigger cutter for this, just to. So we'll cut this 5 1/2. Let's go. So 5 1/2 by 2 3/4. This one's going to be shorter, but that's okay. We'll go 2 3/4. And there's no reason why you can't even use that. It's a little bit narrower, but it doesn't matter. So this is just some old ledger paper, so I'm going to use that as well. So we'll cut that about 2 3/4, so it's going to be shorter as well. This, I keep all this, I stamp on it. So I'll just pop that to the side, and we'll do this one. So 2 3/4 again by 5, what did I say? 5 1/2. Okay, so now the rain stopped and I've closed all the windows. It is stinking hot, so I'm just going to go and open them so I've got some air. Won't be so that's better. Okay, so we've cut these pieces, so now it's just a matter of just working out what order you want them in. So this is just a little bit of a extra journaling spot, really. I'm just going to do that. No rhyme nor reason to it. So just make it, try and get them so that they're flush at the top. Okay, they'll fit. And then I'm just going to sew across the top here. So I'll just do that very quickly. That, and I'll just trim them off, and then all I'm going to do is just glue across here and adhere them to that, to the top of that. It's really, really quick and easy. Once you've done one, you could do a few in different papers. I've probably got too much glue there, so you just stick it down. Now I wanted the sewing effect, but I didn't want it to go through to the front side of the pocket, so that's why I've sewn it and then glued it. You can glue it if you like, or staple it, or you can just sew it straight through, whatever's easiest for you. And there you have another little hinged pocket thingy. I don't know what to call it. Yeah, so I think they're quite cute. What do you think? So that's just a little element that you can add to your journal, and using up either your 6-inch paper pads or cutting down your 12-inch sheets without any waste. The only waste that you have are these little bits from the divots, and I think that's pretty good going out of a 12-inch sheet, because I know that I have quite often just grabbed a sheet and cut a corner out of it or something to make a pocket and then put it in my scraps, and I've never looked at it again. So I hope you enjoyed that, and I hope you have a go and try and make a few. I have actually got some here that I have prepped already. I'm going to make a few more so that I've just got them on hand. I found these really old basic grey papers that I really don't think that I'd use, but that's another thing that I'm going to try and do this year, is just do some junky journals with bits and pieces of everything. I like my journals to sort of be a little bit coordinated and matchy, but I'm going to try and get out of my comfort zone a bit and do that. So I'm going to go and have a play. This is probably the first video for 2021 that I've done. I haven't done a video for over a month now. I've just was in a real creative slump, and just couldn't even, there was nothing. So I've had a bit of a break, and I'm just feeling itchy to get back into it again now. So I'm hoping that I can bring you some good content. I have got a exciting series, I think it's exciting anyway, exciting series coming up on using your 12-inch decorative papers, using up a whole sheet. So keep an eye out for that. I'm hoping to try and do that once a week. I do work full-time, so please don't hold me to that, but I am going to endeavour to do that, even for my sake, so that I do get a bit of creative time in, and I try and whittle down some of my 12-inch paper pieces. So I hope you all had a safe Christmas and New Year's Eve, and looking forward to hopefully reconnecting with a lot of people, even if it is virtually, over the internet this year. 2020 was just an absolute beast, and to be quite honest, I was glad to see the back of it. So it's onwards and upwards from here, and I just want to thank you all for your support. You're all just been really amazing, and I just really look forward to talking to you. So if you do like this video, please give it a thumbs up, as that helps my channel. And if you haven't subscribed and you like what you see, please subscribe. I really would love to have you here. Welcome to all the new subscribers. I've had an influx of subscribers recently, which is really lovely. I try to answer every single comment that I get. And yeah, I'll just leave it there, guys. Have a really safe start to 2021, and I look forward to seeing you throughout the year. So until next time, I hope you get a little bit of crafting time in. Take care. Bye bye.